War in Syria, the conflict in Syria is far from over, with a major escalation happening just recently. And it's in the Idlib province, which is really close to Turkey on the Syrian border. So let's get right into it. Turkey vowed Friday to escalate military actions in Syria's Idlib province after 33 of its soldiers were killed in an airstrike it blamed on Syria, as the risk of a major military confrontation between Russia and Turkey in the region increased sharply. Russian President Vladimir Putin and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, I could never say his first two names, spoke by phone Friday and will meet in Moscow next week in an effort to resolve the crisis, according to Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov. The meeting will be held on March 5th or 6th, Peskov said. The Kremlin accused Turkey's military of failing to coordinate the position of its forces with Russian military forces in the region, a claim rejected by Turkey's defense minister. The attack occurred even though the locations of our troops have been coordinated with Russian officials in the field, he told reporters in Hatay, a southern Turkish province bordering Syria, according to the state-run news agency. So basically they're both saying that they knew that they had notified and done the proper channels about their forces, but there were still retaliatory measures being made by both sides. And now Erdogan is saying, Trump, I expect a proportional response, or he actually said a quote, actual response and actual backing from the United States, because we are allies with Turkey, which is disastrous potentially, because we could be involved in another military operation.
Was it clear from his statement whether he was alluding to just like backing, or does he mean involvement directly in the military conflict?
It was not clear, but the word actual was used, so I would assume that that means some sort of troop presence.
You know, really fast, I was watching Chopper Talk today, and there was a reporter who yelled out, you know, what do you think? What do you make of the death of these soldiers? What are you gonna do? And Trump went like that, and he yelled again, and it was incredibly clear what the reporter was saying. And Trump said, I can't hear you, I'm gonna go to him. And he turned to another person. And with almost any other politician, I would not believe that they would lie about not being able to hear a reporter, but it was very loud and very apparent, and he had no interest whatsoever in talking about it. And I honestly, I don't even think it's necessarily because of the content of the story that Emma just broke down. I mean, he's dealing with coronavirus mentally. I doubt he has any room left for anything else. He certainly doesn't want another situation that hypothetically could explode in his hands.
Well, we'll see, because that's the thing. I wonder where they may feel this may help them, because of course there's been military conflicts that he's against because it helps him. There's a military conflicts that he's for because it helps him. So then there may, at this point, weigh the options of considering the rest of the political climate. We have primaries running right now where Democrats are getting much more airtime, honestly, than him, which he probably is frustrated by, which is why he has those rallies on the days of primaries or debates. And also he wants to see, so there's the election coming up. I gotta see whatever I do, whether or not it'll make or break what I'm trying to do in the election, depending on who I run against. So all these things are coming into play, which my point being, there's probably nothing that actually have to do with whether or not you'll make the situation better or worse with what you do. It's all based on him, his re-election. This is again my speculation, but it's only based off of the fact that this is the way he's operated and everything else he's done. So I mean, I guess it'll be telling what they end up doing, and also with the way they'll tell us what they're doing, if at all. Because it seems like something they want to keep kind of, it seems like back page type of news.
You know, I guess it's hard to say for sure, because in the best of times, US-based media doesn't pay a lot of attention to violence overseas. But I wonder, with the media so focused, understandably so, on coronavirus in terms of their international news coverage, how much attention are they paying to the developments in Syria or in Yemen or the violence in India, those sorts of things? I mean, like I said, they probably wouldn't care that much to begin with, but with this big story dominating things, I wonder if that makes any politicians feel freed up to do things, assuming there will be less scrutiny internationally.
Well, there could perhaps be some scrutiny that will fall upon this because Russia's involved. Woohoo! Media is super excited there. So tensions in the region have escalated sharply as Russian-backed Syrian forces have advanced into Idlib. the last opposition stronghold infuriating Erdogan, who fears that refugees fleeing the Syrian advance could spill across the border. That's something he's been concerned about for quite a long time. And the fact that the Syrian government is allied with Russia is a huge part of the international kind of conflict that has surrounded Syria for a long time, and why the United States is so invested there in many ways. So I think that's a big factor in what's going on right now.
Yeah. Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, Jayar. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.